just because you heard Denny and Denise are leaving and you wanted to show them the impact. And now you're going to get the chance, along with all the current members, we are going to do a table topic session led by Miss Helena Ryan. She says Denise and Denny Ward have inspired us with their servant leadership in the Articulators Club for many years. They have provided a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in whatever role they played. Excellence is the benchmark they set for all of us. Today, Helena Ryan is honored to facilitate table topics. As a tribute to Denny and Denise, please welcome our table topics master, Helena Ryan.
Yeah. Musical introduction.
I love that. Well, this morning we're going to do table topics just a little bit different. We're going to speak at least 30 seconds to a minute and a half, but we'd like to get as many people as possible in. So with that, I would like to dedicate today's table topics to Denny and Denise. And Michelle, I don't know how you got through.
Yeah.
Because it is an emotional day for all of us. You have impacted us in such a way that we will never forget. You are a legacy. You have made a commitment in making Toastmasters more respectful, caring, validating, affirming, joyful, esteeming, healthy, honest, and empowering. And I could have added a lot more. Some people come into our lives and they go quickly. Others stay for a while and leave footprints on our hearts, and we are never the same. This is an anonymous quote, and I will read it again. And anyone that would like to speak as I read something, then if that touches your heart, please raise your hand and I will call on you. So I'll read it again. Some people come into our lives and go quite quietly. Others stay for a while and leave footprints on our hearts, and we are never the same. Anyone would like to volunteer? Bob. We have to raise it up big, guys.
Don't wait too long, though.
It's very unusual to be invited in as a guest and as a perhaps somebody that could potentially learn a lot about this wonderful Toastmasters. And I just remember that Denny and Denise, they took their personalized, they personalized the entire get-together. Denise, you always looked after me and my growth as if you were always in my family. You always had that special interest. It was almost like it was just directed to me. I mean, you held people in such a special way. And I can only say from my own hometown a quote that would apply to both of you. Ask not what Toastmasters can do for you, but ask what you can do for Toastmaster.
Thank you, Bob, for getting us started there. Okay, the difference between involvement and commitment is like an eggs and ham breakfast. The chicken was involved, but the pig was committed. What has Denny and Denise's commitment to Toastmasters done for you? How about Mitch? Oh,
I got Carlos.
Oh, Carlos? Okay.
Yeah, Carlos.
Mitch, you.
Got out of it.
I thought he was trying to get it.
Yeah, back home.
Denise, $1 Million Denny. What can I say? Fairly new member still. For about 6 months, but I've learned so much. I wouldn't say you motivate me because motivation dies out. What should motivate you is your passion, so that it can be continually going. What motivated you was your passion for service. And that's the reason why I believe you woke up every day at 5, you was here first, and you was the last to leave. What you've done is inspired. Inspiration lasts, just like your legacy will, forever. I would like to say thank you for the commitment that you put in here into this family. You have led by example, which is the best example of leadership. Thank you so much for all the great stories, $1 Million Denny, for all the hope that you installed into my life that will allow me to be committed to this team, to this family. And it's because you're a great example of yourselves. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You will be missed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. Okay, once again, either if I don't see a hand go up after I read this, then I will pick on them. Oh, he's...
There's someplace to go.
Unselfish and noble actions are the most radiant pages in the biography of souls. As actions speak louder than words, how did the ward's actions speak louder than words to you? Mitch.
Well, this is a good example. You taught me to step up and take my punishment. Because it's coming no matter what. She's looking for me. We've described our group as a family. And I've spoken those words many times. And I think of this occasion as you are moving on to a new place. If this is a family, you represent our parents. You are the nurturing, guiding influences in our lives that have taken us through many things. Learning, you have always been patient with us. I have loved being in the trenches, elbow to elbow with you, doing things, working together, making things happen. As my parents in this situation, in this family, I wish you the best as you leave the nest and leave the children behind to continue building.
Oh,
as
it's a
you
big
get
mistake, Denny.
A mentor is someone who teaches or gives help or advice to a less experienced person. Remember that mentor leadership is all about serving. What did you learn from Denny and Denise's mentorship? Kitty.
That's perfect. When I came in here, again, everybody was very warm and welcoming, and I think a lot of that is a legacy that you two have brought here. I know Denise was very kind and loving. I enjoyed interacting with you, and I was waiting to get a mentor. I had, things were kind of crazy here, and I think Jeremy's trying to get me a mentor, And Denise said, if you want a mentor, I'd be glad to mentor you. And I was so touched because, you're my idol, really. Oh. You are. I mean, you've been in Toastmasters so long and done so much for everybody. And I look at Michelle and I look at Jeremy as the people that, you've brought up to help lead the rest of us, on. So thank you both very much. And thank you, Denny, for sharing your life and your struggles with us and your wonderful sense of humor. Thank you both.
Thank you very much.
Well, we have all talked about how Denise and Denny are very successful. And people rarely succeed at anything unless they are having fun doing it. And please tell your name. I'm sorry.
Mike McGraw. Where else can you go on a Thursday morning and laugh this hard? What I've realized this morning is, in my journey through life, I've come to a big intersection this morning. I've spent some time looking in the rearview mirror. And when I first came here, my heroes were Denny Denise, Mike V, Tim Rickey, Scott Hansen, and Judy Lineberry, adjudicate. I'll never forget that speech. I'll never forget you calling George von Hilsheimer a curmudgeon.
He deserved it.
But I also remember the Michelles and the Pauls and me who walked in here, and I walked up to that lectern. I'm surprised anyone could hear me talk because my knees were on. And you fast forward where my journey has went the last 10 or 12 years. And about 2 weeks ago, I had to speak in front of 1,000 people. Wow. And I knew ahead of time what I had to do. And my wife's like, "Why are you practicing this? Why are you practicing this?" I said, "Because there's going to be a Toastmaster in that room." In their head, they're counting ums.
Amen.
And I made a commitment to myself that I would practice that speech 20 times.
Wow.
And I did it, and we talked a minute ago about being nervous and being comfortable with something. I was comfortable up there, but I was so critical of myself. Because I'm thinking, all right, I got a time limit, I've got this, I got that, I've got my introduction, I've got my 3 points, I got to close it out. But that's what you learn in this room. And it's, to see these mentors is amazing to me. Michelle, you did incredible. I remember some of your first speeches, and you've come a long way.
Terrible.
But this is amazing. Congratulations. Enjoy your time away.
Thanks.
Well, as we all know, Denise and Denny are both tennis players. And Serena Williams says tennis is just not a game. Tennis is just a game. Family is forever. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. What has their family meant to you? Tim.
A little hard with the theater in the round. There was a time in Toastmasters where I felt very good about myself. I joined in 08, much like Lottie, suffered through my first icebreaker. But as time went on, I felt more and more comfortable about speaking. I had actually gotten pretty good at doing some humorous speeches.
Oh,
I felt very comfortable in the framework of being a member in the club. And then the awards came. I welcomed them like everyone else. I know they had been in Toastmasters before. Denise, very nice person, very friendly. You're not fooling anybody, by the way. And Denny started a series of speeches. And I think for those of you probably in the entertainment business or the advertising business or something, you probably heard of the word tagline. A tagline. Denny started a speech and he used a phrase that said, "What was I thinking?" And the response of the audience was, "What?" Well, over a series of speeches, he established this as his new tagline. What was I thinking?
You weren't.
And you still do it. And how long has it been since that speech? 2 years? But suddenly I realized, these guys aren't here. They're here to take our place. They're here. They are going to dominate this club. So instantly I started feeling myself, devalued as a member. I'm never going to be the top dog here. This guy has a tagline. I don't. And he was killing it. He was killing the speeches. He was winning the ribbons. So I gave a speech here, probably near the end of when I stopped coming, that talked about why I joined Toastmasters. And today I'm telling you why I'm no longer a member. This guy forced me out. And Denise over here, she's so sweet. Yeah, she's backing her husband up. She's backing her husband up. Kill him, Denny. Kill him. Go get him, Denny. So I knew when I heard about this, I had to come here to get this off my chest. I'll just say thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate your being members, and I really will miss you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, it's been mentioned before, but Get the Hook has been part of our family. So how did Denny's use of humor have an impact on his serious educational messages to any of you? Carl?
First of all, just because you two are starting to look alike after all these years, doesn't mean you can both leave at the same time. Denise, don't go.
No.
Which
We're gonna
one?
miss the hugs. But the idea of Get the Hook was started by Denny, at least in this club. And I remember one of the educational moments he gave. I don't get to come very often because I'm in 2 other clubs, but I happened to be here the day he gave an educational moment about the importance of being succinct, which I thought was ironic. How long was it? My suit went out of style. This is why I'm not wearing it today. But this isn't family, although I think Mitch was adopted. And I'm sure the regulars here are going to miss seeing you every week, and I'll miss you not being here when I drop in. So all the best to you, and I'm going to miss the hugs, Denise.
Well, Denny and Denise, this is the end of table topics, but not the end of our love and gratitude to you. It has been amazing what you have taught us, the values and the vision that you have for Toastmasters. You have set the bar high, and we thank you for that. And we know that you'll come back and visit us.
Yes.
And we won't give you the hook.
Okay.
You'll be our family.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you.